If you feel as if you want to close your eyes, you can allow yourself to do so. If they want to stay open, you can do that too. So the most sort of primitive part of hypnosis is the fact that it's just a state of relaxed focus, and that's what puts you into a trance. And you being a gym goer, you love the gym, you've probably at times worked out and the whole gym, the whole hour or hour and a half has just gone like that. And reason is you were so focused, you were so sort of like in the zone, in the flow, that you were effectively in a trance, which they're the best gym sessions you're going to have. Do you know what I mean? When you're really not consciously thinking too much, you're just doing, you're just focused on doing the next rep. It's just one, like you're just focused on that. Your mind is effectively going into a trance. And so anyone that has said to me before, oh, I've never been hypnotized, it's like not formally, but informally you have. You've been hypnotized when you wake up in the morning, you go through a state of hypnosis. When you go to bed at night, you go through a state of hypnosis to get to bed. And it's kind of like, have you ever woken up in the morning and not really been with it, and everything's just very delirious, and you're like, and you're sort of like snapping in and out of it? Like, that's effectively a trance. So hypnosis has already happened within you. We're just going to do it more formally, and we're going to do it in a slightly unique way that is based through a conversation. So just going back to the issue, you were saying that the issue is based around the voice that says, why keep going when you can just stay here? Even when you're doing, so like you said, you're getting in great shape, you're in great shape, but there's still a bit more you can go, right? And then like you said, with business, you're having record months, but there's still another record to be broken effectively. What is stopping, what is that voice going on in your head? Like, what's actually going on in that situation?
So I imagine that, so the way I perceived it now from outside is, it's, you know, it's almost like there is two parts of me. There is one higher self that, you know, it wants to do better, it wants to achieve. And then there is another side of me that wants the comfort, the easy way.
Right. So there's part of you that wants this and part of you that wants that. It's two completely different parts, right? Okay, perfect. Yeah. What you might notice through this session is you may just feel yourself just focusing on anything on your screen, maybe something in the room, and you may just start to stare. That's perfectly normal. You may want to close your eyes, your head may tip forward. You will feel completely relaxed, your arms, your muscles, your legs, they'll feel very relaxed. And all you need to do is do what is natural for you. So don't try and force anything, just go with whatever feels natural for you, if that makes sense. All right? Okay. So there's a part of you that wants this, part of you that wants some water, part of you that wants, or let's say water, and part of you that wants a tea. Completely different things. Well, not completely different, but let's say alcohol versus water. Completely different things. They're the opposite ends of the spectrum. One hydrates you and one physically dehydrates you. So what part of you wants the water, the good, the not necessarily more as in I need more, but like wants to progress and improve? What part of you wants that?
I like to call them my higher self, my true self.
Perfect. So your higher self, your true self wants what's better for you, maybe?
Yeah.
Perfect. So what part of you wants the comfort? There you go. What part of you wants the comfort?
I like to call it, you know, the little bitch side of me.
What?
The little bitch.
The little bitch side of you. And there's a fight between the little bitch and the higher self, the true self.
Yeah.
And you're just the mediator standing in the middle.
Yeah.
So that little bitch, why does it want the comfort? What about comfort makes it desire comfort?
Because it's the easy way. It requires less energy.
Is the easy.
Short term, it feels better short term,
Exactly. It's the short-term comfort, right? Perfect.
Yeah.
And just notice any outside noises, dogs barking or anything like that can actually help you focus more on what we're talking about. Perfect. There we go. So it's very easy to have short-term comfort, right? Because it's an instant hit of dopamine. Eating a chocolate bar is much easier than working out and getting your endorphins from that. It's much quicker, it's faster, it's instant. It
feels good straight away.
Feels good straight away. But you know better than anyone that working out makes you feel good long term, right? And you sacrifice immediate pleasure for immediate pain, which turns to long-term comfort. So what's stopping you from really accepting that you can have long-term comfort? There you go. There you go. There you go. Feeling your body.
Nothing is stopping me.
Nothing is stopping you. So why is the little bitch here?
Fear.
Fear of what?
Fear of putting the effort.
Fear of putting the effort. What's fearful about putting in effort?
That it will require energy, it will require work. Doing nothing or doing the easy thing is easier. It doesn't take much energy.
So what's scary or what's fearful about putting in the energy, putting in the effort, putting in the work?
What comes up is fear of failure.
Fear of failure. There we go.
Because if you don't commit, then you have an excuse.
You don't commit, you have an excuse. The fear of failure. And even though there's outside noises, you can really focus, can't you?
Yeah.
The fear of failure. There you go. Feeling yourself relaxing. Curious about the fear of failure. Maybe even asking yourself why there is a fear of failure. Because sometimes we can go to a restaurant and we can get a glass ketchup bottle with a tiny bit of ketchup in it. We can turn it upside down and nothing comes out onto the plate. And you notice the more you tap it, the more you shake it, nothing happens. But if you just hold it and wait, and you do what's necessary, in that moment, eventually the ketchup can come out onto your plate. You can have something to dip your chips in or your fries. It's a bit of an analogy for life. Just like, going to the gym, it's not a one and done. You don't turn up once. You turn up daily if you want quicker results. If you want to just stay and maintain a weight, you don't need to show up as much, but you still need to show up. So what part of you chooses to show up to the gym every day?
Higher self, true self.
There you go. Why does your higher self, your true self, choose to show up to the gym every day?
Because it knows it's good for me in the long term, and it wants that result.
Your higher self knows that it's good for you. It knows that you'll get the results by just showing up every day. And ironically, in the gym, you push to failure, right? So how can the higher self actively look for failure, but the little bitch run from failure? There you go. Something maybe you haven't thought about, right? And something that you can continue to think about now. By just focusing on the sound of my voice and the screen in front of you. Fear of failure. There you go. And maybe usually these external distractions would distract you, but right now you can focus even more now on the sound of my voice. On the thoughts in your mind. There you go. If you feel as if you want to close your eyes, you can allow yourself to do so. If they want to stay open, you can do that too. There you go. Breathing through it. Because without every out breath, it's as if you're letting go of something. Maybe a part of that little bitch. With every in-breath, you can understand why the little bitch has that fear of failure. There you go. Really feeling it now. As if you're taking the water over the alcohol. Allowing your higher self to have more control in these situations. So what is it about the fear of failure that keeps the little bitch so fearful?
I think he's trying to protect me.
It's trying to protect
somehow.
you. Of course. Because just like an anxious thought in the mind, it can get us out of a social situation. And it believes that it's protecting us. But in reality, what is it really doing?
Stopping me from taking the actions that I need to.
There you go.
That I want to.
That you want to. So the only thing stopping you is what?
Nothing.
Nothing. But what happens if the little bitch comes back to the mind?
I can acknowledge it, but I don't have to listen.
But you don't have to listen. Because you don't have to, do you?
No. Because I know that it's probably holding me back anyway.
It's probably holding you back anyway. And not probably, it definitely is holding you back anyway, isn't it?
It's definitely holding me back.
There you
That's
go.
why it's there for.
There you go. And it's just like if you would have spoken to me 2 months ago in Spanish, I wouldn't have understood a word you said. Now, what if the little bitch spoke Swedish? Would you understand anything it said?
No.
Why not?
Because I don't speak Swedish.
There you go. And you also don't speak little bitch, do you?
No.
You speak higher self, true self, the truest version of you. Where is the true self located in your body?
My chest, my heart.
Chest, in your heart. There we go. Where's the little bitch located?
Here.
There you go. So what keeps the little bitch activated? There you go.
Thinking.
Thinking. And we're not
Overthinking.
thinking, are we?
No.
But we can control your thinking. What would happen if you could control your thinking and act from here?
Then my true self can show up more consistently.
More consistently. Just like you already show up consistently to the gym. Just like you consistently clean your teeth. Because maybe you even forgot that you do these things consistently. Just like every day you consistently wake up, you consistently have breakfast, you consistently have lunch, you consistently have dinner. You consistently clean your teeth again before you go to bed. You consistently speak to the same people. You consistently maybe meet new people. You do a lot of things consistently, don't you?
Yeah.
So what's stopping you from being consistent in regards to this?
Practice.
There you go.
Practice.
There you go. It's all making sense now, isn't it?
Yeah.
What is it that you need to practice?
I need to practice listening.
There you go.
And understanding, okay, who's talking right now? Is it in my mind, aka my little bitch talking? If that's the case, then I don't have to listen. I don't have to act on whatever is telling me to act.
Exactly. Because
and then ask myself,
really,
what wants my true self right now? Because the answer is there. I know it's better not to get another drink.
It's always better to grab the water, right?
Yeah.
Although sometimes it's okay to slip up, right?
Yeah.
Like, we can't expect to be perfect. And although I had that ideology in the past, I now know that having those, I don't want to say slip ups, allowing ourselves to divert from our path just for a day or two is perfectly okay. But we would never take advice from a mechanic on brain surgery, would we?
No.
So why take advice from a little bitch in regards on how to be your true self, on how to be the master of your life, on how to be the creator of your life? The true self knows you like a brain surgeon knows brain surgery. Like, personal training, like I know hypnosis. The true self knows what you really need to do.
It does. Yeah, I imagine that I've been able to achieve what I've been able to achieve because I've listened to my true self most of the times.
There you go.
But I also know that I can achieve more. I can achieve more if I keep choosing. If I increase the number of times that I choose to listen to my true self instead of my inner bitch.
Exactly. And that's just the same as when you do anything. When you speak a new language. Immediately when I started speaking Spanish, it made no sense. Still, poquito. Muchas poquito. But every day I speak it and I learn it and I practice. Every day I practice, it becomes a little bit easier. I learn a new word. I learn a new phrase just because I practice and I show up every day like you already show up consistently in many areas of your life. And you maybe forgot that you already showed up very consistently in all these areas of your life. And it's very easy to forget when it becomes a habit. Just like driving a car, it becomes habitual. Just like controlling our thoughts, eventually it becomes habitual just by showing up every single day. And it's as if you can feel your whole body relaxed. Maybe your mind's the quietest it's ever been, with a clear sense of direction. And it's as if you know exactly what to do, where to go, and who to be. You know exactly where you need to go, what you need to do, and who you need to be. And you may notice that the more you begin to practice every day, you become fluent in your true self. As if you forget how to speak the language of the little bitch. Making your life easier long term. There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
It's all sinking in now, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you notice that hypnosis can be done eyes open or eyes closed, because it's just a state of mind. All that needs to happen is your mind just needs to be open to the suggestions that we've spoken about today. And not my suggestions, your suggestions. How you choose to live. How you choose to show up consistently in any area of your life, because it's a choice, Matteo. A choice that starts here and goes here and then happens out here.
Yeah, I feel like this is going to be easy.
Say again?
I feel like this is going to be easy.
This is going to be easy. Whereas before the session, it seemed like a difficult task, right?
Yeah, it's already in me, you know, like
It's already in you.
it's nothing like I don't have to acquire any extra skill or knowledge. Like I already know it's here.
You already know it's here.
I know it. Yeah.
There you go.
I have it.
That's it. Because we can think about something, but when we know something, if you think your name is James, it doesn't really do anything, but you know your name is Matteo. So if anyone says Matteo, even if they're not referring to you, even if they said potato really fast, you might think they say Matteo. If someone said Alex, I might turn around and go, yeah, because I know my name. So I reply to my name, and I can think something different, but I know who I am, just like you know who you are, because it is going to be easy. And it's going to get easier. Just like when you first probably bench pressed, I reckon you can do 50 kg dumbbells. Can you?
Not right now.
Not right now. What can you go to? What's your max at the moment?
I'll say probably 40.
40. Okay, perfect. So when you first did 40, it was probably.
Oh, yeah.
And now it's still difficult, but you're more controlled with what you're doing. And it all started with taking that risk from 38 to 40 or 35 to 40, whatever the jump was. It happened one step at a time. You didn't start with 40. You probably started with 10, 15s years and years ago. And now you're all the way up to 40. Because you show up consistently. So what's stopping you?
Nothing.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nada. Zero. Because you know who you are. It starts here.
I know where I am. I know what I want.
That's it. And it's coming that much easier as you practice. There you go.
feels good.
There you go. Where does it feel good in your body?
It's as if I feel lighter all over.
Feel lighter. Perfect. All I want you to do is I want you to really experience that lightness as much as you can. And you can probably notice your hands feeling very light, just as if they've got helium balloons. Everything just feels that much lighter, more relaxed. Your legs can feel light. And notice what happens when you close your eyes and you just focus on that feeling of lightness in your body. It's as if it gets even lighter, doesn't it? It's as if you can attach your true self to this feeling of lightness. So all you have to do to tap into your true self is take yourself to this moment of lightness. Lighter than you've ever felt. Elated. Maybe even completely inflated with oxygen. There you go. Because as you feel that lightness, you can probably feel your posture changing. Everything feeling lighter. There you go. There you go. It's as if you're seeing it all completely differently now. Just by focusing on that lightness. And when you focus on that lightness, it allows you to tap in to your true self instantly. Instantly. And that's something that you can control. Because we can't always control circumstances outside of us. Just like we can't control our genetics of how quickly or slowly we build muscle. But what we can control is our nutrition, how often we work out, and all the things in between. So when you focus on what you can control, like this lightness, you can come straight back to your true self in that instant. Because it doesn't take long, does it? There you go. And when you know, Matteo, that you can just tap into this lightness at any instant that you choose, and you know that it will serve you to come back to your true self, when you know that that's the truth, just like you know your name's Matteo, you can open your eyes, you can come back round. There you go, instantly. There we go. He's back. How'd you feel?
Good. Yeah, it's that feeling in the body. It's it's like something you can access, very easily. Just breathing and feeling the posture changes.
There you go.
And it's like everything. Yeah, as you mentioned earlier, it's that state where things just flow.
That's it. And that's what's going to happen more often when you tap into that state. And all you have to do is, like you said, breathe, change your posture, and feel lighter. There you go. And you can notice, look, just go like that for a second. And then as soon as you come back up, you can tap straight back into your true self. You ain't that little bitch anymore.
Yeah.
There you go. Feeling good?
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite, it's quite very, like even in the image, right? True self stands tall, proud, chest up. The inner bitch is like,
Okay. And the ironic thing in that situation is standing up tall, open chest, is your heart's actually open to everything. Whereas the little bitch protects the heart, but it doesn't realize that it's actually causing more harm than it is causing to be open. Because it's very easy to sit in your house for the whole of your life and do nothing, experience no life. What's difficult is to go out into new environments, do things that scare you. But the person who sits in for the whole of their life never experiences, never grows, never learns, never does anything. Whereas the other person may have some shortcomings, may have some issues, just like we've spoken about that we've both been through. But that's what makes you stronger. You push your muscles to failure and you get the better outcome. And the proof is in the pudding. You look in the mirror and you can see it. And you will begin to see it internally. No one sees this, only you see this. So only you know the change has happened now.
that's right.
Is right. Any questions?
Oh, no, it's been great. Thank you.
It's my pleasure, as always. What would you say to someone who has never been hypnotized, because this was your first time being hypnotized, and to anyone watching, it was a completely different style of hypnosis because the whole time he had his eyes open. And yeah, what would you say to someone?
My, best advice I can give is let, how can I say, just be open and, fall into it. Like, almost like, how can I say, imagine you're getting a massage.
You
instead of tensing up, just let go. Let go. Yeah, let go and let it, let it happen.
Let it happen. There you go. That's it. That's it.
Because you don't have expectations, because you don't know until you don't know. You don't know until you know.
Exactly. And that's why I like my personal approach is let people do hypnosis in their way so that they can not tense up. Because like, as I said, I offered the suggestion to anyone watching, I offered the suggestion that you can close your eyes earlier, but it wasn't something that Matteo personally accepted. And that's the way that I like to do hypnosis is it's based on you. It's not based on what I want you to do, because I don't know you as much as you know you. So you know where you need to go, you know what you need to do, you know what you need to think about, you know what you need to create, the scenarios, all that kind of stuff. And I think as the hypnotist, the hypnotherapist, you have to remove your ego and say, no, they know better than you know. You just know how to get them to the state. And anyone watching this, if you rewatch this, it was many times you were just like, just completely still and staring, even though there was things going on in the background.
Yeah, that's something that, something I really felt is that, you were there to facilitate, but, everything was coming from me, really,
Exactly. That's why I want to give people this skill to be able to do that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So, hypnosis is not you doing something to me, but it's you helping me do something to myself.
Hit the nail on the head. That's literally it. That is literally it. You've hit the nail. I'm going to clip that and make that into one clip just for YouTube. Amazing stuff, my man. Well, was a pleasure as always. And I'm glad you got a lot from it.